Question number 51. The wavelength or wavelengths typically used for optical fiber communication systems is or are, yan, ano ba yung mga common? 850, 1330, 1550, or lahat yan? The answer is any of these. Letter D. Lahat yan ay typical or common wavelengths for optical fiber systems. Okay? Number 52, calculate the bit error rate or BER in a system that produces 9 error bits out of 6 million total bits. Dali lang siya, di ba? Ang BER is actually 1 over the probability of error. Okay? So, ganito yan ha. BER is equal to the reciprocal of the probability of error. Now, what is the probability of error? Probability of error is simply number of errors, that is 9 bits, okay, all over 6 million total bits. Okay? Yan. So, 6 million total bits. Out of 6 million, you have 9 errors. That's the probability of error. So, if we're going to look for the BER, that's 1 over the value of this. And the answer, of course, will be letter C, 6.67 times 10 to the 5th power. That is the BER. Okay? Okay. Question number 53. What should be the free space loss between two microwave parabolic antennas operating at 6 GHz and separated 40 kilometers? Madali lang yung equation dito, correct? The equation will be FSL, or that is the free space loss, 92.4 plus 20 log of F, and that's in gigahertz, plus 20 log of the distance, that is in kilometers. Now, if we're going to substitute 6 gigahertz, we leave out the gigahertz because this is expressed already in gigahertz. If this is not expressed in gigahertz, you must first make it in gigahertz before substituting it here. Correct? So the equation will become, substituting the values, 92.4 plus 20 log of 6 plus 20 log of 40. And our FSL will become 140 dB, and that is letter B for number 53. Number 54. Defined as the range of frequencies in the vicinity of the VCO, that is the voltage controlled oscillator, natural frequency over which the PLL can acquire or establish lock with an input signal. Dalawa lang naman yung klase ng range when it comes to PLL, and that is the capture range and the lock range. Kailan nagkakaroon ng acquisition or establishment of lock? Establishment of lock is in the capture range, letter A. And once the signal is captured, it's already locked. Whenever it goes to another frequency, it will stay locked as long as it is in the other range, or that is what we call the lock range. So as long as it's still in the lock range, meaning the frequency that is changing is still in the lock range, the lock is still there. It will be maintained. But if it goes out of the lock range, the VCO of the PLL will go back to its free running frequency or the natural frequency. But in this question, we are asked where we can acquire or establish lock, that is in the capture range for number 54. Next number 55. Which of the following noise figure is most desirable? For noise figure, dapat ang signal to noise ratio mo sa input ay kapareho ng signal to noise ratio mo sa output. So therefore, pagka kinuha natin yung noise figure, or let us say first the noise factor, that will be equal to the signal to noise ratio at the input over the signal to noise ratio at the output. And these two must be the same. Itong dalawang ito equal. So kung equal yan, ibig sabihin 1 yan. That is desirable. Okay? And of course, we are talking about here of noise factor. Now, in noise figure, that is of course equal to 10 log of the noise factor, and 10 log of 1 of course will give us a value of 0 dB. So the answer is letter A. Hindi 1 dB, no? Kung 1 yan, okay lang. Kasi noise factor yan. No? Kaso 0 dB, may 0 dB tayo. 1 dB is not the correct answer. It should be 0 dB. Number 55. Question number 56. Polarization named for blank component of the waves. Ang polarization, ano ang kanyang basis, ang kanyang reference? Ang reference niya is the electric component of the wave. Wala namang electric component. So the answer is letter A, static. Static or electric component, they are the same. Question number 57. Low Earth orbit satellite orbits around the Earth at a height approximately equal to, that is approximately equal to 400 miles. Okay, so number 57, letter D. Kapag MEO naman ang pinag-uusapan, medium Earth orbit, that is around 6,000 to 12,000 miles, while the geosynchronous orbit, that is 22,300 miles. Take note, this is in miles, not in kilometers. Of course, pag kinonvert mo yan in kilometers, that would be mas mataas yung value niyan, no? Kaya miles ang pinag-uusapan dyan. Okay? Question number 58. In data communications, the interfacing specifications covering the pre-ISDN standards for basic rate access in an ISDN environment is the blank interface. Now, we're talking about here of interfaces, and ISDN has 4. We have R, S, T, and U interfaces. Now, saan nakalagay itong 4 na interfaces na to? Ganito yan. Kapag halimbawa yung TE2 ay connected sa TA, may interface yan. Okay? And that interface is R. Ngayon, yung TE1, for example, is connected to the NT2. Yan. NT2, connected siya dyan. And yung TA natin ay connected din doon sa NT2. This interface is called S. This is the S interface. And if the NT2 is connected to our NT1, the network termination 1, this is network termination 2, the interface is T. And ultimately, if the NT1 or the connection between the NT1 and the ISDN office, the interface that is used there is U. Okay? At ang tinatanong dito ang sabi, pre-ISDN standard. Meaning, that is a device that is non-ISDN. And you want to connect it to the ISDN network using the terminal adapter. So, ang tinutukoy niya rito is the connection between the TE2 and the TA. And of course, ang interface na ginagamit natin dyan is the R. So, the answer for this question is letter D, R. Okay, number 58. Next question. Number 59. GSM uses what digital modulation technique? Ito, kailangan alam nyo ito, no? Pag tinanong sa board exam, automatic, ito na kagad ang sagot. Ang tawag dyan, Gaussian minimum shift keying, or that is letter D. That is the modulation technique used by GSM. Question number 60. Yagi antennas have gain of about, so tatandaan na lang natin ito, no? Kasi pagka hindi mo to nabasa, pag lumabas to sa board, di mo to masasagot. Pero kung nabasa mo ito, nadaanan natin ngayon, at sakaling lumabas sa board exam, kayang-kaya na natin sagutan. The answer for this is 10 to 20 dBi, letter